Did you know that one African ruler's pilgrimage crashed an entire country's economy for over a decade? We're diving deep into the most important documentaries on African history, unearthing facts that traditional education often leaves out. This isn't just about dates and names, it's about reclaiming a narrative stolen for centuries. We'll be dissecting documentaries like Zainab Badawi's History of Africa and Henry Louis Gates Jr.'s Africa's Great Civilizations, separating fact from fiction and exploring the profound impact of these stories. Let's start at the very beginning, with the origins of humanity itself. Africa is, after all, the cradle of humankind. Discoveries like the Jebel Irhoud fossils in Morocco, dating back 300,000 years, and the iconic Lucy in Ethiopia, whose Amharic name Dinknesh means, "you are marvelous," prove this beyond doubt. These documentaries give us exclusive access to these finds, showcasing the irrefutable evidence of our shared ancestry. But the story doesn't end there. We move on to powerful pre-colonial leaders, like Queen Njinga of Angola. Her story is one of fierce resistance against Portuguese colonizers in the 17th century. She didn't just fight battles, she was a master strategist, diplomat, and even a gender-bending ruler. Documentaries reveal how she converted to Catholicism for strategic advantage, hosted priests, and even had male subordinates carry her on their back to avoid kneeling before Europeans. Her military victories against the Portuguese, particularly at the Battle of Bombay, are often downplayed in mainstream narratives, but they were crucial in delaying Portuguese colonization for decades. Let's not forget the economic powerhouses of pre-colonial Africa. Mansa Musa of the Mali Empire is a prime example. His legendary pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324, where he distributed an estimated 12 tons of gold, caused such inflation in Cairo that it crippled the Egyptian economy for over a decade. This demonstrates the immense wealth and influence of African empires long before European interference. Great Zimbabwe, built by the Shona people, is another testament to African ingenuity and architectural prowess. Its massive stone walls, enclosing a vast area, stand as a silent reminder of a thriving civilization. Of course, no discussion of African history is complete without addressing the brutal legacy of slavery and colonialism. The transatlantic slave trade resulted in the forced migration of 12.5 million Africans, with devastating consequences for the continent. Documentaries like 500 Years Later expose the lasting impact of this horrific trade, linking it to the transfer of an estimated 100 trillion in wealth from Africa to Europe. The legacy of colonialism continued well after the abolition of slavery. Forced labor, exploitation of resources, and political manipulation left deep scars on African societies. The Ethiopian Revolution of 1974, which overthrew Emperor Haile Selassie, is a complex event with far-reaching consequences. Documentaries like Finding Sally shed light on the personal stories behind these historical events, highlighting the struggles and sacrifices of individuals caught up in the turmoil. But these documentaries also reveal lesser-known details that challenge conventional narratives. For example, some historians propose that Obu Boa II of Mali sent a fleet of ships to explore the Americas long before Columbus. While controversial, this theory highlights the spirit of exploration and innovation that existed in pre-colonial Africa. The documentary Poto and Kabengo exposes the harsh realities of quarry exploitation in Burkina Faso, where workers earn meager wages while middlemen profit immensely. It's a stark reminder of the ongoing economic challenges faced by many African communities. In My Father's House unveils hidden histories of Afro-Germans in post-World War II Germany, shedding light on the complexities of identity and belonging in a racially charged environment. Henry Louis Gates Jr.'s Africa's Great Civilizations uncovers fascinating artifacts like the Eshango bone, an ancient mathematical tool, and showcases the sophisticated urban planning of Swahili cities like Kilwa Kisiwani. These discoveries challenge the Eurocentric view of history and highlight Africa's contributions to human knowledge and progress. These documentaries are significant because they challenge Eurocentrism. They prove that Africa was not a dark continent, as Hegel claimed, but a cradle of civilization, an innovator of iron smelting, and home to powerful empires and complex societies. Queen Njinga's resistance serves as a model for future generations of freedom fighters, inspiring movements like the MPLA in Angola. Musa's goal demonstrated pre-colonial Africa's global economic power, while Great Zimbabwe traded with distant lands like China. The cultural resilience of Africans in the face of slavery and colonialism fueled Pan-Africanism and the fight for independence. These historical events have profound connections to modern Africa. Tourism to sites like Hadar in Ethiopia, where Lucy was discovered, boosts local economies. Queen Njinga remains a symbol of resistance, inspiring contemporary insurgencies. The struggle for fair labor practices in quarries like PC in Burkina Faso continues to this day. The legacy of slavery and colonialism underpins ongoing demands for reparations and social justice. The Ethiopian Revolution and its aftermath continue to shape the political landscape of the region. However, some historical interpretations are controversial. Claims of Black Kings from Spain to Scandinavia, as seen in documentaries like Ancient Black Europe, lack primary evidence and are often criticized as pseudo-history. Documentaries like Africa Blood and Guts have been accused of sensationalism and racism. It's important to approach these sources critically and to be aware of their biases. Colonial powers often suppressed information about African resistance and achievements. Portuguese records downplayed Njinga's victories, and Ethiopian artifacts were sometimes illegally exported. It's crucial to uncover these hidden histories and to challenge the dominant narratives that have shaped our understanding of Africa. Ultimately, these documentaries offer a powerful and nuanced portrait of African history, revealing the continent's rich cultural heritage, its struggles against oppression, and its ongoing quest for justice and equality.